I think it's important for people not to be ashamed of who they are. I think people who are misunderstood or not understood or misunderstood or looked at differently, they need a voice to stand up to, and they shouldn't be treated differently.
Some of the things I've had to advocate for would be, definitely number one would be to stay in my own home and not be institutionalized. When I became pregnant with my daughter, I was on the developmental disability waiver. I got a notice in the mail that I was being terminated. I really had to go into fight mode then because I was fearful that here I'm going to end up in an institution.
I don't really like nobody judging about my disability because I don't want them to think that like I can't do anything. And I try to talk to them and tell them let me try this, let me try that.
Kobe has found his newfound independence, and it's wonderful that he is able to now verbalize what he needs, what he wants, what he foresees for his own future.
Awareness is something that doesn't happen in 1 year and say we've accomplished the purpose. The advocacy is not something that we say, well, we've done that, let's move on. This is something that has to happen constantly.
Being a self-advocate has made me empowered in that I'm not sitting on the sidelines shy and timid. I'm speaking up for myself, for others who are in despair, and hopefully making a change in the process. To finally find my voice and get out into the community, it was freeing. To accept myself, to not be ashamed of my disability.
Being on the council is important to me because it showed me that I could be involved. Next thing I know, I'm going to Washington, D.C. a year later. I'm going to tell my story to Senator Bozeman and, be part of an audience of folks who share our story about the council and about what we deal with on a daily basis. It means a lot.
One of my biggest hopes would be to get people fair and equal pay that are working in these sub-minimum wage jobs where it's really just a day center. Just independence for others is the real thing I push on with advocacy.
I think it's an important platform for folks to be aware of awareness of individuals, that we are individuals first and foremost and should be looked at no differently.